first started losing hair almost 20 years ago, it never occurred to me to look into wigs. I don't really know why, other than I think in my mind it was like Party City wigs, Halloween, either that or I felt like you had to have total hair loss in order to wear wigs. None of that is true though. I had no idea how many women with a similar hair loss situation as me were wearing wigs. They can be a really comfortable option, especially if you're really sensitive to clips or you just want something easy and you don't have to style your own hair. Wigs can be an amazing option. If you want to be able to switch up your style all the time, wigs can be super, super fun for that too. This beautiful wig that I'm wearing, I'm going to go over in all the details. It is the Hera 19 from Dimples Hair. It's human hair. It's stunning and so, so comfortable. I can't wait to tell you all about it. Hi, I'm Lacie from No Filter Beauty, and I'm an alternative hair consultant. So I help women with hair loss find the right wig or topper for them online. This channel is to help inform you about hair pieces through honest reviews, educational content, and helpful tips. If this sounds helpful to you, I hope you'll consider subscribing. This wig is like my dream hair, right? Even with toppers, I can get lots of different looks, but this is like so seamless. I don't have to blend my own hair. There's no transition. This is a lace front, so it just looks so real and it's super comfortable, way more comfortable than I anticipated, to be quite honest. So let's get into all the details. We're gonna start with the cap. It is the size medium, so it measures 21.5 inches in circumference. Remember that with wigs, you have to size right. If you don't, they won't fit you right. So this is the 21.5 inches. It is adjustable. So there are these nice little Velcro tabs on the back that you can make it a little tighter or a little looser depending on how it fits your head. The top of the cap is what they call a double silk mono. So it's basically a mono top with a silk lining and a lace front. So this is gonna make it really durable. Full lace tops tend to stretch over time. They're very fragile. They can sometimes rip or fray. And then the lace front on this is already cut for you. Praise hallelujah. I know everybody's afraid of cutting the lace on wigs, but it's already there. It has this really nice scalloped edge. So that's gonna blend in really nicely with your skin and basically melt away when you put it on, and it's just not noticeable. This cap is so lightweight and comfortable. It's all hand tied, so there's no wefting except for right here at the nape of the neck, and that's just so it will lay really flat. But other than that, everything is hand tied. It has this really nice stretchy elastic netting, and that makes it just super duper comfortable, lightweight, and breathable. I mean, this is all holes in here. It's this nice mesh, and it just allows a lot of good airflow. The very top has that silk lining, so it's not quite as breathable, but the bulk of the cap is. And I think that's really important because I am a real heavy head sweater. I really need that breathability and the lightweightness. I can honestly say this one is super comfortable and not near as hot as some of the other wigs I've tried. The color is nutmeg rooted. All my toppers from Dimples Hair are also in nutmeg rooted. It's such a good color for me, and it's a really popular color. It's like they're medium brown with some really subtle highlights. It's just gorgeous. The density on this piece is just right. It's not too much, not too little. I still had it thin just a little bit with a little bit more layers added. When it came, it already had some natural layers. So my stylist just did some more in the front, some of these long curtain bangs that I love, and thinned it out just where it looked a little heavy on me, but it's beautiful. I love the style and the cut on it. Just like the hair on my other Dimples pieces, it is super, super soft. Even after I've washed it several times, it still feels super soft. When you get it wet, your hands just like glide right through it. It's so nice. I've had this wig for months and I love the style, I love the hair, I love everything about it, except wigs just don't work well on me. And so it's been quite the process to figure out a way to keep it really secure, even though my head is super flat, both on top and in the back. And so it's really hard for me to keep wigs on. I have found some amazing, really doable workarounds that I'm gonna share in a whole other video. But I just want you to know, because I've mentioned several times, I have a hard time with wigs. And this one, just like any wig, was no different, but I've just found ways to work around it. And I think that this one in particular worked really well with my workarounds. So I put all my hair into a braid and then wrapped it around itself and tried to make a bun. That's the only thing that will hold this thing down. The problem then becomes it's held down in the back, but then the front tends to ride back because I don't know if you can tell, but my head is also flat on top. What I've had to do is use just a little spritz of some water-soluble glue. It holds it on really easy and then super easy to take off, comfortable, secure, makes me not stressed. If your hairline is receding a little bit more, you could totally tape this on and that would be super secure as well. I don't really want to get tape all up in my hair. I can, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use a little bit of Got2b glue and I'm going to just do a little tiny spritz right here in the front because I don't need a lot. It just needs a little bit to grab onto. I'm going to dip into my wig. I'm gonna hook that underneath the pony or the bun in the back. And then you wanna be really careful. Don't ever pull on the lace. The lace is very fragile in the front. I'm gonna grab the ear tabs and then scoot it up just a little bit. And I'm just going to, that's right at my hairline. That's where I need it. I'm just gonna kind of hold that down where I put a little bit of that gel to make sure I don't have any of the wig hair under there. And just that little bit will hold on to that lace and it's so much more snug. I can totally wear it all day now without the fear of it like sliding back and getting, you know, showing off my own hairline. That looks awkward. If I wanted a little bit more hold than the Got2b, because this is just kind of very like a light hold, I could use the Wonder Lace Bond. This is a travel size, but this is also water soluble, but it has a lot more grip than this one. I just find if I do it, then I kind of have to restyle this part of my hair because I have to get it wet to get it off. And I'd rather not if I don't have to, is what I'm saying. But if I needed more security, this would be a really good option. I also like to leave a little bit of my hair out along my temples. You can see it's a little darker than the wig, but if my hair blows this way, you can see that my ears are well covered, even just from like my own hair pulled out along the hairline. And I always think that that looks a little bit more realistic. A quick side-by-side of pros and cons. Pros. I love the feel of this hair. It's very soft. It has a lot of body and texture. The color is stunning. The cap is super comfy and lightweight and breathable. I also love how durable the cap is with that mono construction. Cons. This cap is a little bit roomier than some of the others I've used. It is listed as a medium at 21.5 inches. I am 22.5, so I'm like on the verge of a large, and it fits me just fine. I feel like if you are smaller, if your head is smaller, you might have a little bit harder time with these, just because they're really spacious. All this hand-tied area, my head is really flat, so I feel like I've got some space back here. You can't see it. You really can't see it, but I can just kind of feel it, and it just feels kind of weird, honestly. But other than that, the fit is fine. If you're somebody who has worn a lot of wigs and you're used to like a full lace top with like bleached knots, this is not that kind of wig. So just keep your mind open. Dimples Hair are a little bit pricier with their pieces, and you know that a lot of that has to do with how much hand-tied area there is. If this entire wig is hand-tied, it's very labor intensive. And so just remember that when looking at pricing. It's a really high quality piece and it's built to last. So if you're losing your hair and you're looking for a good solution, just remember, I talk a lot about toppers. Wigs are also a fantastic option, especially if you don't want to deal with blending your bio hair, you don't want to deal with color matching your bio hair or having to style your bio hair. A wig will just literally cover it all up. You can get away with different styles and colors and lengths, no worries. I have many pieces from Dimples Hair, both toppers and this wig, and I love all of them. The other thing I love about Dimples is they have a set spectrum of 10 colors. They're all beautiful, dimensional, amazing colors, and you can get multiple pieces in the same color. So what I love is I can wear my silk hair topper. This is the Cleo French 14L. I can wear this one day, and then if I just don't want to deal with my bio hair or I want like a different style, I can throw on my wig another day. They're the same color, so literally nobody's gonna notice the difference other than maybe I styled it a little different. A lot of the ladies I talk to when I do my alternative hair consults, sometimes they're really worried about traction alopecia with clips. clipping into the same spot every single day. Now I switch out my toppers a lot, so I'm wearing different ones. I'm not always clipping into the same spot. I haven't had traction alopecia for years, and that was just from one topper. Other than that, I haven't had any issues. However, I can see why some people switch to wigs. Sometimes people start with toppers, then they move on to wigs. Sometimes people skip toppers altogether and move straight onto wigs because they are so comfy. You don't ever have to worry about soreness from clips. As long as your wig isn't on too tight, wigs are super comfy. Like, I could wear this all day, forget I'm wearing it. I could take a nap in it and probably forget. So I can see the draw for wigs. I have linked this particular wig in the description box below with a discount code. This will save you 10% on the entire website for Dimples Hair. I really recommend you grab the shampoo and conditioner because it's really game-changing for processed hair. Make sure you check out one of these two videos, which are two of my favorite toppers from Dimples. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like this video if it was helpful and subscribe for all the help with alternative hair. Bye-bye.